Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's got the tech world buzzing, and not in a good way. Google, yeah, that Google, has reportedly dropped its promise to avoid AI weapons development. The big question on everyone's mind, especially inside Google, is, are we the baddies? Seriously, that's the vibe. We're talking about a potential ethical earthquake here, folks. Stick around, because we're going to unpack the real impact of this decision. It's way bigger than you think, and could affect all of us. For years, Google cultivated an image as an ethical AI leader. They talked a big game about responsible development, about AI for good. This commitment was a huge draw for talent, attracting engineers and researchers who wanted to build a better future, not a more dangerous one. Remember that? They were practically begging us to believe they were the good guys in the AI story. But now? Well, that narrative's taking a serious hit. The news broke, and the reaction was swift and furious. Google employees, the very people building this technology, are livid. Internal forums are reportedly exploding with dissent. We're talking about resignations, public statements, the whole 9 yards. The phrase moral injury is being thrown around a lot, and for good reason. Imagine dedicating your career to something you believe in, only to have the rug pulled out from under you. It's a gut punch, plain and simple. This isn't just about a policy change, it's about betraying a core value. Let's break down the direct impact, starting with the most obvious, employee morale. It's in the toilet, folks. Seriously, can you blame them? Losing that ethical compass isn't just bad PR. It's a talent drain waiting to happen. Who wants to work on AI that could be used for autonomous weapons if they signed up for AI for good? Google could face a serious exodus of top engineers flocking to companies with stronger ethical stances. And trust me, those companies are out there. Next up, reputational damage. Public trust is everything in the tech world, and Google's just taken a massive hit. Think about it. We trust Google with our data, our searches, our lives, in a way. If they're now willing to develop AI for weapons, how can we be sure they're not cutting corners on privacy or selling our data to the highest bidder? This is a huge blow to their credibility, and it's going to take a lot to rebuild it. Get ready for the headlines, the think pieces, the late-night jokes. It's going to be a rough ride. The underlying issue is project focus. Google's resources are now potentially being diverted to weapons and surveillance, which means less focus on other areas. Think about the potential impact on healthcare, education, or environmental sustainability. Every dollar spent on AI weapons is a dollar not spent on solving some of the world's biggest problems. This isn't just about Google's bottom line. It's about the future of technology itself. The potential for innovation is being stifled. Beyond the ethics, this move is likely to create deep divisions within Google. You'll have factions supporting defense applications versus those vehemently opposing them. Expect internal conflicts, decreased collaboration, and a whole lot of awkward hallway conversations. Plus, prepare for increased scrutiny, both internal and external, of Google's AI projects. Every project will be under a microscope, and Google will need to justify its involvement in these sensitive areas. Transparency is about to become a very big deal. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: money. Google might gain a competitive advantage in securing lucrative government contracts in the defense and security sectors. We're talking about billions of dollars here, folks, and that's a powerful incentive. But is it worth the ethical cost? That's the million-dollar question, and one that Google needs to answer. Even if Google rakes in the cash, the association with controversial weapons projects could permanently tarnish its brand, especially among younger generations and ethically conscious consumers. These are the people who are going to shape the future, and they're not going to forget this anytime soon. This isn't just about short-term profits. It's about long-term brand loyalty and the company's legacy. And here's the scariest part. Google, as a major player in AI, is setting a precedent for other tech companies to relax their ethical guidelines. It's a race to the bottom, folks. If Google's doing it, why shouldn't Microsoft? Why shouldn't Amazon? This could have a ripple effect across the entire tech industry, leading to a widespread erosion of ethical AI standards. We're potentially opening Pandora's box here. Moving beyond Google, this decision is going to intensify competition among tech companies for defense contracts. Amazon, Microsoft, Palantir, they're all going to be vying for the same pie. Expect aggressive lobbying, intense bidding wars, and a whole lot of behind-the-scenes maneuvering. It's going to be a cutthroat market, and ethics may be the first casualty. Venture capital and private equity investments are likely to shift towards AI startups focused on defense and security applications. Money follows opportunity, And this decision has just opened up a huge opportunity in the defense tech sector. This could lead to a surge in innovation in this area, but also a potential for misuse and abuse. It's a double-edged sword. The defense industry itself is going to be transformed. It's going to become more reliant on AI-driven technologies, leading to new weapon systems, surveillance capabilities, and military strategies. This isn't just about automating existing processes. It's about fundamentally changing the nature of warfare. And that's a terrifying prospect. Increased risk of AI-powered cyberattacks and the development of offensive AI weapons. We're talking about a potential AI arms race between nations, escalating global tensions, and increasing the risk of conflict. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's a very real and present danger. And let's be honest, are we really ready for that? I don't think so. The acceleration of autonomous weapons systems is perhaps the most frightening consequence. We're talking about weapons that can make life or death decisions without human intervention. That raises fundamental questions about accountability, responsibility, and the very nature of warfare. Are we comfortable handing over the power of life and death to machines? Should we even consider it? Increased use of AI-powered surveillance technologies by governments and corporations, leading to a decline in individual privacy and civil liberties. This isn't just about catching criminals. It's about monitoring our every move, tracking our every thought, and controlling our every action. And that's a dystopian future that we should all be fighting against. This is going to lead to increased public anxiety and distrust of AI, especially in areas involving defense, surveillance, and law enforcement. People are already wary of AI. This is just going to make things worse. And let's not forget about job displacement. The automation of military and security roles through AI is going to leave a lot of people unemployed. What are we going to do about that? Are we prepared for the social and economic consequences? Shifts in the global balance of power as nations compete for AI supremacy in defense and security. This isn't just about economic competition. It's about military dominance. The countries that control AI will control the future, and that's a dangerous game to play. Increased pressure on governments to develop ethical AI policies and regulations, balancing innovation with societal concerns. This is crucial. We need to establish clear guidelines and regulations to ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically. Otherwise, we're heading for a disaster. Let's shift gears and talk about technical risks. AI systems, especially in weapons and surveillance, are complex and unpredictable. There's a real risk of unintended consequences, errors in judgment, or escalation of conflicts due to AI-driven decisions. Imagine an AI misidentifying a target and launching an attack. The results could be catastrophic. AI systems are vulnerable to hacking and manipulation. If weaponized or used for surveillance, a compromised AI system could have devastating results. We're talking about misidentification, targeting of innocent individuals, even autonomous attacks. Securing these systems is paramount, but are we really up to the challenge? AI systems are trained on data, and if that data reflects biases, the AI will perpetuate and amplify those biases. This can lead to discriminatory outcomes in surveillance, disproportionately targeting certain demographics, or in weapons systems, misidentification of targets. This isn't just a technical problem, it's a societal problem. Some AI systems, particularly deep learning models, are black boxes. It's difficult to understand why they make certain decisions. This lack of transparency makes it difficult to ensure accountability and prevent errors. How can we trust a system if we don't understand how it works? AI systems used for weapons or surveillance could be used to violate human rights, such as the right to privacy, freedom of expression, and freedom from discrimination. This is a fundamental ethical concern that we cannot ignore. We must ensure that AI is used to protect human rights, not to violate them. Autonomous weapons systems raise the risk of loss of human control over life and death decisions. This is a terrifying prospect. Are we comfortable handing over the power to kill to machines? I, for one, am not. This is a line that we should not cross. So, what's the takeaway here? Google's decision to backtrack on its AI weapons ban is a defining moment for the company, for the tech industry, and for society as a whole. It raises fundamental questions about ethics, responsibility, and the future of AI. It's a decision that could have far-reaching consequences, and it's one that we need to be paying attention to. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech news and analysis. Until next time.